Hi, I'm jack.shilley and welcome to another episode. In this week's episode I'm going to be showing you how to earth up your potatoes in containers. We planted our potatoes probably 4 or 5 weeks ago now, and they've put on a lot of vegetative growth in the past couple of weeks. When they put on this vegetative growth like they've done here, you have to earth them up. Earthing them up means adding soil to raise the height of the soil, and this encourages the formation of potatoes below that soil level to ensure you're getting the maximum amount of crop. That's what we're going to be focusing on today, so let's get started. So these are our 2 potato sacks. Now these potato sacks are really useful. They don't take up a lot of space and they're ideal for growing your potatoes in. You can get them from your 99p store or your local supermarket, and they're really robust, reusable. They've got these Velcro straps so that when you come to harvesting them it's really easy to get access to the soil, and they're really easy to do the process of earthing up in as well. Now they're both the same variety. One of them's got 3 seed potatoes in, the other one only has 2. You can see the differences. It's got 3, this has got 2. And they're the Albert Bartlett Rooster potato variety that we're using here. I thought they'd be quite interesting and unusual to try. So as you can see, they've put on this vegetative growth, and what you need to do now is, now that they're above the height of these potato sacks, is raise the soil right to the top of these. We've already earthed them up twice, so they're about here at the moment soil level wise. And then what you need to do is you need to add the rest of the soil to bring it to the top of the container, and that's going to ensure all the soil in these potato sacks is then going to be full of potatoes when it comes to harvesting them. So, as I've mentioned earlier, the earthing up of potatoes is actually a really rather simple process. All you're doing is getting some soil, so in this case I've just got some leftover multi-purpose from my other planting that I've done in the garden, and I'm just literally adding handfuls of this into the container, in this case the potato sacks, covering the stems. It doesn't matter if you're covering the leaves, they need to be covered up. They're going to use quite a lot of soil, so it's best to have a good few bags of compost or a decent pile of homemade compost or any kind of leftover soil, that kind of thing, and just keep on adding the soil until you get right to the crown, these bits at the top, or as high up as your container goes, to ensure that you're going to be getting the most out of your potatoes. It up to just below the rim of this potato planter. Now that's about the height you want it to be. Now these are really going to thicken up on the top now, this leafy growth, but there's nothing you can do about that. So it's just best to leave it now, but you know that you've put in a large amount of compost and soil where you're going to have plenty of potatoes forming underneath. When's a good sign to say that potatoes are ready? Well, it's pretty hit or miss. You can try opening one of the Velcro straps on the side and having a look to see how big the potatoes are, whether you want to leave them, or usually I find that when these top bits come into flower or start to get very tall, that's a good sign that they're ready. So I'm going to be expecting to have a harvest of these around late August into September time. So a little while to go yet, but they're doing fantastically well, and of course we'll have a harvesting update for you when they're ready. But that's the process of earthing up, and it's really simple. So that's all there is to earthing up your potatoes. I've got one more sack to do, which is this one with the 3 in here, so I'll be doing that. But it's just a case of keeping them watered and dry, whether they like quite a bit of water, so give them a drink when they're dry, possibly give them a feed. I've not had much experience of feeding potatoes, so if you do, post a comment in the box below and share your experiences with everyone else, because I'm not sure about feeding potatoes. But a really simple process of earthing up. Simply add soil, cover the leaves, bring it right to the top, bring it to the crown of the foliage. If they're not in a container like this, just bring it to the crown, and that ensures that you're going to have a much better crop underneath. So that's all we've got time for. Make sure you don't miss out on any of our next video updates, so hit that subscribe button. And if you do have any comments, queries, questions, please post a comment in the box below and share it with everyone else on the channel. See you next time.